one of the say most confusing aspects of crypto is that you're taking people, most of people who are not truly accustomed to exchanges. They've been told that their money is in jeopardy at exchanges as well, and they don't know how to utilize the platforms, and it is alien to them. So by taking and truly merging the crypto and the fiat under one roof, first we're giving people that confidence in knowing, look, your fiat funds are at a dedicated bank, and your crypto funds are held at a licensed crypto exchange. But that comfort there, because it's where you keep your fiat, is far different than someone who's only holding crypto. So I did want to say that. I want to go back to your question here in terms of a card-to-card transfer. So once you've moved funds onto a card currently, they need to be spent on the card. So either you're spending them on the card or you're going to an ATM. That currently, those are the options. Now, there are some unique capabilities that TMX has, which most do not. And what that capability is when necessary, if somebody has funds on their card and they want to remove those funds, you actually have a balance unload capability option. And so in those rare cases where somebody says, I moved too much money to my card, I want to move it back to my bank account, or I want to buy crypto with this and there's too much on my card, we actually have given those capabilities to TMX to be able to support that. And so even though there is not that card to card, or you can't easily take the funds that have been placed on your card and move them back to your bank. And by the way, the reason for that is that once people move either crypto or the funds to their card, it's because there's an expectation that they're going to spend it. Because within your crypto wallet, within your fiat bank account, you can keep those funds there unlimited. You can also move them via SWIFT, via ACH, or if it's on a different currency, via SEPA or faster payments. So you have all those capabilities when the money's in your bank account. So the expectation, again, is that once you've moved the funds to your card, they're going to be spent, or you're going to look to take cash from the ATM. Brian, Adam, I think this is a great time for me also to talk about some of the other capabilities in terms of, and I'm going to use the term APM, alternative payment methods, for loading money into your account.
Stop it.
So, first of all of you are familiar with Apple Pay and Google Pay. I'm going to throw out there Samsung Pay as well, because Samsung's pretty big. Well, we actually have just completed the integration for Apple Pay, Google Pay, and Samsung Pay, which enables you, if you have money in your account, you can actually send that money to any Apple Pay, Google Pay, or Samsung Pay, we'll say, device. So whether you're sending the money to yourself so you can spend it instantly, or you're sending it to a family member, because I know that my kids are constantly saying, hey, Dad, can you send me an Apple Pay? It doesn't sound as bad as saying, send me $100. So that is incredibly, incredibly common. So Apple Pay, Google Pay, Samsung Pay, we've also integrated PayPal so that people have the ability to send funds from their PayPal account directly into their account on the platform. And by the way, to even go a step further, and then to instantly buy crypto. And then I'm going to turn it around the other direction and say, you've got crypto, you convert your crypto to fiat, and then you can send it directly to your PayPal account if you want to, or your Apple Pay or Google Pay, which is actually really, really cool. I'm going to, just so that I don't forget, so in Southeast Asia, they have something called Grab Pay. You may be familiar with WePay, because WePay has 1.3 to 1.4 million users in China. We've integrated them as well. So if you're in China and you want to send money to your WePay account from the account that you have with us, so you've just sold crypto and your fiat, your USD, is sitting in your bank account. And now all of a sudden, you want to buy something and you're in China, you can instantly send it to your WePay account. Or we're going to turn that around the other direction because you've got money in your WePay account and you want to buy something on your credit or debit card. Well, you can't use your WePay account to do that, but you can instantly now load your account on the TMX platform with your WePay. Now, WePay may not be so big because many of you or most of you are not in China, so that's not so big. But I will tell you that for those of you that are familiar with Revolut, they are huge in the UK and Europe. You can actually load your Revolut account. And I'm going to throw one more out there, and the list goes on and on and on. But this one actually really excites me as well. Many of you are probably familiar with Cash App.
Absolutely.
Well, that is the beauty of this integration because now we have Cash App integrated. So if you have money in your Cash App, you can instantly move that to your account on the platform, on the TMX platform, and buy crypto or load your card. Or how about if you need money in your Cash App account or your family member needs money on their Cash App account, you can send it directly from your TMX platform account.
Is that it? Oh my gosh. I don't know any other platform that has capabilities.
There is nobody. Honestly, there is truly nobody that has this. Nobody. I'm going to, just because I love to hear myself speak, we've also integrated ACH, something called RTP ACH, which is real-time payments. So instantly you can send money from your account on our platform to any other US account. We have SEPA. So in Europe, in Euro, SEPA is like ACH in Europe. Faster payments is like ACH in the UK. I mean, the list goes on and on and on.
What about Canada? But wait, there's more.
Yeah, so actually in Canada, Canada is, hang on a second here.
Oh, they're excluded. I'm just playing.
No, we do have Canada. I was looking for the local payments in Canada. The name is escaping me at the moment.
There's e-transfers, there's Shake Pay that they have there. I know. What is a dedicated bank that a Canadian might get if they set up a bank in the banking portal?
Hang on one second here.
Is that Bank of Montreal? BMO?
So actually, BOM or Bank of Montreal is one of our clients, one of our partners. And what is so interesting about Canada is that for some reason, if you are a licensed entity, if you have an MSB or an EMI or a PSP, you are not getting an account in Canada. And if you do, it's because you have spent a bloody fortune and spent 6 months to a year to do it. Because our banking partners have special teams set up just for our platform. Our clients, our corporate clients, a week to 10 days. Individual clients, 2 to 3 days. Even in Canada, I am told by many of our Canadian clients that getting a blockchain account is not such an easy thing to do in Canada. But imagine somebody gets an account with TMX and they're getting their bank account, they're getting their anonymous blockchain account, centralized, decentralized, they're getting access to the card. And Brian, Adam, I agree with your points. It's what don't we have when it comes to the banking platform? Who out there is our competition?
I got some questions. So in Canada, they use, is it Interact?
Interact. Thank you so much.
And they use Wise. They use Wise as well. Is that something that's integrated?
So Wise is not, and Wise is they're a banking platform. And the thing about Wise is that they are vanilla. They're not vanilla with chocolate chips or nuts or anything else. If you are not a completely vanilla business with nothing related to crypto, nothing related to gaming, nothing related to any licensed entities, then Wise is the place. They're expensive, but they do a good job. And I say they do a good job if all you need is vanilla banking.
What about Venmo in the United States?
So, Venmo is actually and Zelle are pretty big for the peer-to-peer payments. Uh, but really, we haven't seen them on the corporate side. And so it's possible that they may become a future integration, especially with us integrating PayPal. I see that there's potentially some value in a Venmo also. Uh, but what we do know is that Venmo made a huge change this past year, and they are now communicating to the IRS on all transactions done within the Venmo system. And especially people that are in the crypto world, they really don't like that connection. And so I don't want to say that's the reason why we haven't added them, but we feel PayPal really kind of checks that box.
Okay, yep. We'll just deal with the PayPal mafia. I like it.
Right.
No. So
Yes.
now we got on a tangent there. I'm sorry, folks. We
No,
start
no, no,
blasting
by all
them.
means.
So the next question, obviously, I'll skip this one, but are there cryptocurrency purchase limits within our system? Purchasing from fiat or maybe, even on the card, just go over some of the limits.
So within our system, there are no limits when it comes to fiat to crypto and crypto to fiat. It's one of the greater strengths that TMX is offering to their network is that anybody and everybody that has run into barriers with all of these other retail exchanges eliminate that within the TMX platform.
I like that. And on our cards, we do have a spending limit of just one swipe is 100,000. Is the most
Yes.
you can spend on one swipe is 100,000. So I hope that's a problem for all of us, but there's no limit on what you can spend. You can just, if you want to buy a Lamborghini, you're just gonna have to swipe that thing, what, like 17 times, I guess, depending on which one you buy, so that's not too many swipes. So
It's not too many swipes, and Brian, Adam, what we can always discuss is the $1 million bin that we've just brought up with the bank, and so that is something that we certainly can discuss for clients that may feel that 100,000 is just too small for them, which is the case for some of our family offices, and so it's something that we certainly can discuss as well.
break some of these POS machines. Yeah.
Yeah,
Now,
most of them won't accept 100,000, let alone 1 million. But I
I
mean, if you're
know.
going to buy a Bugatti, you know,
That's right. So, all right. And now, since we talked about Canada earlier, and I have a lot of friends in Canada, and they're definitely looking for this because they're like, "Hey, we're really regulated." So, what are how do the regulations apply to TMX Global in Canada?
so I'm going to answer that with respect to individual regulations globally. Because when we get a bank account for an individual or corporate entity, we don't actually care where they reside unless it's an OFAC sanctioned country, and then we can't support them. But as long as it's not, Russia or North Korea or Iran, by and large, we can onboard anybody or any corporate entity. And so the restrictions, or I'll put it this way, it's based on the currency that a corporate or individual is looking for, not where they reside. And so you may, in fact, reside in Kenya, but you may want a USD bank account. Or we deal quite a bit with corporate entities in India, for example. And these corporate entities, they want multi currency, they want USD and Indian rupee so that they can get paid instantly via ACH and USD, log into their platform and convert their USD into Indian rupees, and then have instant access to those funds. And they can do it at a fraction of the cost of Wise or anybody else that's attempting to do that.
That's pretty phenomenal. I mean, my experience was this is right when I started, I created a dedicated bank account, wired 5,000 to it, converted it right into Tron, put it right in my trust wallet, and was like, it, traded with it, made some funds, put it right back in, spent it at a restaurant. Did it all one day. I was like, where's this been the last 10 years of my life? You know? So I mean, wow. So I mean, that you already went over my next question, which is what exciting updates is TMX Global delivering that other platforms won't, which you just talked about so many of them that the updates that are integrating in with the system. And
Yes.
everybody, this is a soft launch that we're starting tomorrow. Not all of these updates have been integrated, but they will. So like we don't have the videos like tutorial on showing you all this. So this is like a leader's call, soft launch. People that understand getting started is getting started right now and going through a little bit of the not roadblocks, but just going over some speed bumps while we get there. You're still going to be able to set your account up, throw crypto in there, move it right to the card, spend it, build the team, get this out to your communities so they can off ramp crypto at the same time, set up your banking portals and a bunch of different currencies. So now, okay, this one's more towards you. So IBAN Tech, right? Where are you guys registered at? Are you guys registered in the United States, Laos? Where are you registered at? Tell me.
So I happen to be located in Southern California, but our primary location with our core banking platform is the UK, and it's IBANTech UK,
All right,
based out of London.
based out of London.
We are very specifically not licensed. And I'm going to give you the reason. And then this is the easiest way when somebody says, am I putting my money into a licensed entity? What licenses do you guys have? And that's such a loaded question because the best answer is we are the technology. We do not have access to, nor do we ever touch your money. Every other banking platform, Wise, Revolut, Chime, every one of these entities and more are all in the flow of funds, which means your money is in jeopardy from the moment you put it into an account because it's not your account, it's a shared account. And so that's how we, TMX, Ibantech, truly differentiate ourselves. And the reason why we say that our greatest strength is the fact that our job is to connect the dots and to provide a platform that does everything that we've discussed without it putting our clients in jeopardy.
That is an amazing answer. I love that we are the technology and we are not in the flow of funds. That is huge. So now that brings me to another question. Is there any limits on the amount of crypto that can be converted over to fiat into TMX Global, which you kind of went over that one already, which there is no limits on that, what you want to send in and what you want to convert to fiat.
I want to expand just slightly on that because one of the common things that you hear also is that I just converted crypto to fiat at Kraken or at Binance and crypto.com, and I go to send a Swift or a Fed wire to my bank account, and my bank rejects it. Why? Because your bank is not crypto friendly. Your bank will not accept a deposit from a crypto exchange. Well, within the TMX Ibantech platform, the DNA of our transaction is never crypto because when the transaction is being sent via Swift or ACH, it's being sent through your bank account, which has absolutely no correlation to your crypto account. So the fact that you just sold $20 million in crypto and converted that to fiat, which is now sitting in your bank account, that you're sending a Fed wire or an ACH or a Swift to your other account sees that as a first party payment. Why is it a first party payment? Because it's from your account to your account. The least risky type of transaction because they know where the funds are coming from. And again, having no connection whatsoever to crypto because it's within your banking portal. And the crypto side is not visible to the recipient on the banking side.
Gotcha. I like that. So another question is, in this, at TMX Global, in working with Ibantech and working with you, we can offer these services to other companies, like how we got started as TMX Global. Can we go and offer these services to another platform?
So you can, because of the type of partnership that we've established with TMX, we have enabled, as you know, of course, we have enabled you to offer an additional white label to clients under TMX. And so what TMX has can be replicated specifically for any other corporate clients that might want it. And we can give them their own white label on the banking side. We can give them their own custom cards, their own custom exchange as well. So everything that they see within the TMX environment, we can create for them.
So with the updates, I just saw a good question my buddy Herschel asked, and I just answered you wrong, Herschel. Sorry on my text, but then I read it again. So with the updates, how soon can a person on ramp, fiat, and then purchase crypto through this platform?
Hmm. So
Hitting you with
the only delay in on ramping fiat is the method of how that on ramping happens. So if you swift in funds into your account and that takes 24 hours, then the delay is 24 hours. If you happen to hit the cutoff and you swift funds in and it arrives the same day, then you can make that transaction same day. Because once you have the fiat dollars within your account on the platform, you can instantly buy an unlimited amount of crypto. And I'm going to turn it around the other direction. And that is if you happen to have 50, 100 million in crypto, or 500,000 or 50,000 in crypto, and you want to convert that to fiat, you can do that instantly. And those fiat funds are then immediately, instantly in your account on the platform. And then you can move them out. How can you move them out? Well, you can move them out via Swift, via ACH. And again, because we have real-time payments ACH, if you move them out to another US account, it's virtually instant.
I like that. So we are very excited about that. So, and is it possible to purchase crypto within TMX Globe? We didn't even talk about that one.
100% yes. I really feel like that's a claim to fame that TMX has, is that the ease of moving fiat dollars, and I want to address this very clearly, the ease of moving fiat dollars into their account to buy crypto. This is another problem that people have, not just in the US, but globally. How do they get money to the crypto exchange? Because their bank oftentimes will not allow them to send money to the crypto exchange. So here they want to buy 10,000, 100,000, $1 million in crypto. How do they do it? It is a dilemma. Well, we eliminate that dilemma because you can move an unlimited amount of funds into your bank account and then instantly purchase crypto.
I like
The
that.
limits, the barriers are all removed.
That's what I saw right when I started, when I got my dedicated bank account, and the fact that, I don't know, can you drop a hint on maybe one of the top banks that we're getting back there? Are you allowed to yet?
JP Morgan is one of those big banks that we
Oh,
work with,
okay.
that
Are
we're
they?
working with. Chase is another one. BMO Harris, Bank of Montreal, Citibank in Dubai, Clearbank in the UK. I mean, the list goes on and on
Stop
with the
it.
tier
Stop it.
one, tier two.
Yeah, I'm getting sweaty over here. That's nice. That's not just some kind of crazy bank out of, I don't know, some country you've never heard of. So that is phenomenal. I love it. And I got this question. I get this question a lot, and my buddy David's like, "Hey, ask this question." Is why can other companies only offer virtual cards in the US while TMS Global can issue a plastic or metal card?
And by the way, it's a great question. And I'm going to fix this so the sun is not killing me. Excuse me. There we go. Okay. And by the way, it's a great question and actually falls right within what is the compliance space. We truly have global bins. So when we issue our cards throughout the world, it's with complete and total transparency. Our bank, Visa and MasterCard, they all know where our cardholders are located. And so that is the reason why we not only can ship virtual cards, but we can ship plastic cards, we can ship metal cards. But most issuers, they only are able to sell or offer a virtual card because the KYC requirement is much less. So they don't have to be as upfront and honest with their sponsor bank. We take being upfront and honest to an incredibly important level because, again, we're all about longevity. We've been around too long. We rely on our clients too much to put them in jeopardy of them losing a program. And so that's why, by the way, it's a great question. And our answer is such an easy answer. And it's because we, and uniquely, we have the ability to actually issue our cards globally.
All right, I got a couple questions. One guy just threatened me. You better be right about JP Morgan. I know a VP over there.
Well, let me explain to you the way the platform works. And this is such an important element. And this goes to the core of way our banking works. When an application comes in, whether it's for individual or corporate entity, all of our approved banks receive that application. So if you are applying for a USD account and we have 8 banks that offer USD, all of them are receiving the package, the KYC package. We then get approvals, and the way our system works, it identifies what is the best fit for that client based upon the approval, and that is the bank that is provided. So somebody can't come into the platform and say, I want JP Morgan or I want B of A. That's not the way the platform works. As a matter of fact, we've attempted to do that, and we've run into barriers because we've set it up very specifically so that it is somewhat of a quote unquote round robin. That the banks, they really bid on the business, and it puts us in a position where very rarely can we not onboard a user, whether it's a corporate or individual.
Are some people getting JP Morgan accounts already?
So we actually have started doing what is that term? Oh, pilot. We're piloting with them right now. And so, yes, there are some clients that are receiving JP Morgan. As a matter of fact, interestingly enough, the way that JP Morgan is working within our platform, for clients that are looking for local payments, whether it's an ACH or a FedWire, they're using one bank. And then we're giving them a JP Morgan account for Swift, because one of the things that is a real negative in the banking world are multiple correspondent banks. It's a nightmare where you have a second or tertiary bank, a second, third tier, fourth tier bank. And in order to be able to send your Swift, it goes through 3, 4, 5 different banks. But when you're dealing with a top bank like a JP Morgan, like a B of A, they may have 0 correspondence. A, it speeds up the movement, and B, you don't have to deal with a lot of compliance issues. Once it's approved, it's approved.
I love it. I can't wait. I hope you can put me at the top of that list to get on there. So I get a question because my buddy, he's like, I get hit up in my inbox all the time about a decentralized crypto card outside the United States. You know what I mean? And he's like, can you have David go back and elaborate on that again? I know we talked about it earlier, but it's like it's a decentralized platform with really low limits, and they basically have, I don't know much about them besides it's decentralized, has crypto and Visa on it. And you already went over and talked about how non-compliant that is, and in
Right.
time it gets shut down. But I don't know if there's anything else you can say on that to help my friend hear that again.
So, and I actually know exactly the company he's referring to. And because I don't have visibility into what they're doing on the back end, I couldn't say more than what I've already said. And that is the bylaws, the regulations within Visa and MasterCard is that there can be no crypto component to a Visa or MasterCard, period. It is the reason why we do things the way we do, because we are in compliance. So when I hear, and again, I'm familiar with this company, that they are communicating that you can load crypto without KYC in a decentralized environment, what I say, and it's an easy thing to say because it serves us well, and that is they're going to get shut down. And again, we have no We have no purview into what it is that they're doing, only that there are two things that they're doing which I can tell you unequivocally is not allowed. And one of them you can all relate to, and that is you cannot have a card that you reload with funds without having KYC approved.
I like that. That's very helpful. So I'm getting a lot of messages because I don't think some people are understanding. When you say we are partnered with JP Morgan, they're like, we can call JP Morgan and say TMX Global is partnered with JP Morgan.
So the answer on that would be no.
Exactly.
And the reason is because when we say we are partnered with JP Morgan, we are partnered with Bank of Montreal, we have a relationship with those banks that enable us to send our clients with our API integrations to send our clients through those banks to give them direct accounts. But what these banks know very clearly, especially at the branch level, is that named dedicated accounts are being issued to corporate and individual users. And that is the only relevant thing. And the reason I say it that way is because if you called up JP Morgan and say, hey, you know TMX? No, of course they don't know TMX because the relationship that has been developed with these banking partners is at the highest echelon. Everybody else simply knows that the account being issued is a dedicated named account.
I like it. And that brings us back to, we are the technology. TMX Global is the technology, honestly, bringing this all together. I've been taking Dave and Allen is making this stuff happen. So, I mean, can you ask about, we already went over Zelle, ask about Zelle as a function. And then, does FDIC insurance matter?
So actually, it does, and I'll speak to Zell in just a moment. But FDIC insurance actually does. So for any U.S. accounts that you have USD, you do have FDIC insurance. You are covered. Uh, Now outside the U.S. it's very different, but within the U.S. most certainly you do. Now as it pertains to Zell, uh, if the bank account that you are given in the US is with a bank that supports Zelle, then just like if you opened up your account directly with the bank, you too will have Zelle capabilities.
I got it. All right. I mean, that's all the questions I see. I mean, we've been over an hour, and I appreciate your time so much to come on here and do this for us. This means a lot to me because this video obviously can be chopped up and utilized for so many people. And the fact that we could set up coming soon, since I mean, with the JP Morgan in the United States, or I have friends in Canada that already have Bank of Montreal accounts. So we're excited to take this globally. That's why we called the TMX Global. So David, if you got anything else that you can share, nuggets or anything, if not, I'm just gonna
So,
let you go.
you know what? Just to conclude, and this is a really very important point, and that is that when it comes to the banking, we clearly do not go out saying this is the account that you're going to get. You're going to get Clearbank. You're going to get Barclays. You're going to get Citi. And we don't do it because the way the platform has been set up enables our users to get bank accounts in each jurisdiction where that currency is desired. And it's really, really important that we don't go out and advertise, get a JP Morgan, because it's so key that because we're able to accomplish everything that we've talked about, that we don't oversell because we don't need to. And so I wouldn't want to go out and tell people, hey, you get JP Morgan, because I don't want somebody to be disappointed when they get an account and they go, oh, I got B of A, I didn't get JP Morgan. I was expecting JP Morgan. So the way that we sell it is, look, we have many banks, tier one, tier two banks in the US, and you're guaranteed to get one of those banks in the US that will give you all of these capabilities. Your funds will be secured because it's a US account. Same is true with GBP or Euro or Dirhams or Brazilian Real. So the list goes on and on and on. And so the key here and the strength of the platform is that people can be confident in knowing if you apply for an account, you're going to get approved unless there's some underlying issue that causes one of the banks to, or all of the banks to say no. But otherwise, we've got an incredibly high percentage of approvals because the platform's been set up in a way that supports our partners.
I love it. Thank you so much for your time.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. Really appreciate everybody listening.
Yeah, I dropped the questions that I asked David in the chat. David, thank you for your time. You can leave. I just want to get with everybody here and kind of tell you about how we're rolling this out. David, talk to you tomorrow. Actually, talk to you tomorrow.
Thank you all. Take care.
Thank you so
Bye-bye.
much. So if you're in our Telegram groups or you're already plugged into somebody somewhere, the Telegram groups are in the chat below. Get in the groups. I have one chat that you can actually talk on, and over time, I'm going to make a lot of admins, obviously looking for leaders to step up and help us spearhead this whole global movement with this amazing banking solution. So from that, we're going to drop a Zoom schedules. We're going to be dropping trainings. We have phenomenal leaders that already want to set up different, times and everything to run trainings and opportunity Zooms and everything to be able to scale your TMX Global, 3-level tier thing, your platform up. Like it's overloaded right now with so much excitement. So with that, tomorrow is going to launch our soft launch. Obviously, some people already have links. They're inside of your profile. So my advice in getting started is to get back with the person that invited you and then get their link and then walk them through, getting set up, because people will send the wrong network coin through. So you want to help them. You want to help them. Get a buddy system. When I first started crypto for years, I would call my buddy Mike Beal. I'm like, here, watch me do this. And he would watch me. And I'm like, all right, cool, thank you. Because I was so scared to send a couple $1,000s. I don't want to lose it. So, get set up that way in a buddy system, walk them through. You can reach out. I'm available. I'm working, almost 24/7. I take off sometimes on Sunday to hang out with my football team of kids that I have by now. I got so many children. It's awesome, but we're rolling this out. We're doing our 15-day soft launch. We're waiting for those upgrades to come, and then we're rolling out videos and marketing tools and all different things for everybody. So, get in those groups. I appreciate you guys being on here, and like this can't be more exciting. So we'll go ahead and leave it with the song that we made. I hope this is cool. Hope you guys like this.
TMX Gold, TMX Black, the next Black. Yeah. Click goes the code, the future ignites. USDT flowing like neon lights. Bitcoin buzzing, Ethereum hums. Fiat fades as the new age drums. TMX Gold, TMX Black. Crypto forward, no looking back. Fiat to crypto, crypto to fiat. TMX Global, where dreams react. Signature package seals the deal. Hybrid card with a platinum feel. Military grade encryption locks. Safe as a vault, no ticking clocks. Swipe it, flash it, it's all secure. Boundless borders, we endure. TMX Gold, TMX Black. Crypto forward, no looking back. Fiat to crypto, crypto to fiat. TMX Global, where dreams react. Digits dance in a global groove. TMX Gold, TMX Black, crypto forward, no looking back. Fiat to crypto, crypto to fiat. TMX Global, where dreams react. TMX Gold, TMX Gold, TMX Gold, TMX Gold.
I love it. I got my kids singing this song in the car, so it's kind of funny. So thank you guys. Get back with the person that invited you. Get your link. Get your account set up. When you get it set up, register. Go into your profile, update it, and then you can go in and purchase your package. So we'll have videos, trainings, all those different things rolling out. So look forward to dropping that Zoom schedule tomorrow and getting this going. So thank you for your time. Have a wonderful Monday night and see you guys Tuesday.
Recording stopped.